Hey there everyone, it's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Hi, hello. We're out here on another walk with Apollo. I'm very motivated to respond to comments. This is like, I think there's only been I have 3 vlogs that I edited last night and let them process while I was sleeping. Today's Monday, the 25th, of August. I have another one sitting on the camera, and now we're doing this one. So when I get home tonight, I'm gonna just pop them all up, the 3 that are done, up on YouTube, get them scheduled for like the next 3 days or every other day. I don't know I'll figure it out. Then I've got these 2 to do. So we're just rolling with it. But yeah, hope you're doing well. Make sure to leave in the comments how things are going for ya. But we're out here. It's been a cool, rainy, late August day. I was in the office today and I worked late. But I got back and Apollo's like, we need to go outside right now. So I literally dropped my keys, grabbed his leash, and we were off. So we're out here. Figure while it's not raining, I can respond to some comments and enjoy the nice cool weather and the nice humid air. It feels good. Such a drastic change from last week and when it was pushing 100 most days, and now we're in the high 60s up and rainy and gloomy, and I love it. I love it. This is the kind of weather I want 80% of the time. And then I'll take 2% winter, or 10% winter, and 10% summer. All right, we'll do 70% gloomy, and then 15 on either end. But this is just ideal for me. It's not too cold, it's not hot. There's that moisture in the air, which is good for the respiratory system. It's good for the skin. It's good for life. So tell me where I need to move. Do I need to move to Seattle? I just love this. I love hiking in this weather. Fantastic. I feel like I'm just more energized. Okay, let's throw this away and keep moving. So yeah, quick life update. I mean, there isn't too much going on that I need to share because I've just been sharing so much over the past few days, past week. So nothing life-wise has changed. I did sit down last night, and formally put onto paper, which I always find really helps me with budgeting, or I'm learning helps me a lot more, is if I just put it all down onto a Word document or Excel or something and physically see with my own eyes what our finances looking like, as opposed to just checking the bank account and being okay, that's what I have. I'm finally becoming an adult and realizing that I need to forecast all this stuff and put it down. So I did my 2 trips that I have coming up in October/November. Put down dollar for dollar how much everything's going to cost, what's already paid, what do I have left to pay, so I know the total cost of the trip and how much still needs to be put up to finish it. Now I tend to go budget higher or over plan. So for instance, I get down to here's how much gas is going to cost for this day. Here's how much souvenirs are going to cost that's my budget for souvenirs. Here's how much food cost is going to be, budget for that. And I just do it day by day for the whole trip. But I always go a little bit higher. Like some days I'm going to spend $40 on food today. I don't eat a ton when I'm traveling. I tend to just not have a huge appetite when I'm go. So I usually put $40 for any given day, unless it's like a half day, like a travel day, then I'll just put 20 or whatever. So I'll usually do that. And then like for souvenirs, I usually put $50. That's rarely the case. I'll usually get a t-shirt. It's like $19 and then I'm on my way. But I like to overplan just in case I'm like, ooh, I really want to have this thing. So I just know that I need to have that money in the bank when I leave. That way it's there in case I need it. So I just tend to over budget, and I don't spend as much as I have on paper, but at least I know. And then anything that's not paid for yet, I highlight in yellow. So if it's things like park tickets or the rental car, the Airbnb or whatever, that's highlighted. I know I need to purchase that, before I leave, obviously, but just lets me know like I still need to put that up. So I did that yesterday for the Tennessee trip and then the Maryland trip. And I was kind of shocked by how much I still have left to put up. So I went through and I paid for pretty much everything that isn't like an incidental that I'll pay for in the moment. So anything I can pay ahead of time is done, but it still leaves a lot that I still like incidentals and stuff. The biggest expense is Apollo, because me and Dom and Brandon have a set rate that we pay each other when we dog sit for each other. So he's the most expensive thing that I have yet to pay them for, but we usually don't do that until the day that I leave, or the day that they leave. They'll leave money on the counter for me or Venmo or whatever. But it's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's certainly cheaper than boarding him, but for the Tennessee trip, it's like $450. And then for the Maryland trip, it's like $350. So I'm like, oh boy. So I'm gonna see if Maddie and Joe, my current roommates, will watch Apollo for the Maryland trip, because we're more like, I'll throw you a gift card and a bottle of wine as opposed to like a daily rate. So I'm gonna see if they'll cover that one, and that'll knock a fair amount off of that cost. And then what are the other things? So I have daily meal plan to buy for the Maryland trip, which was like $50. So I still need to buy that. And then the next most expensive thing I haven't paid for yet is a fast pass for Kings Island for the Tennessee trip. That's like $140 for the skip the line for a single day, because it's during their Halloween event, which is like a big deal, very popular. So they charge a lot on those like peak days. So I have it on there, but I think I'm gonna delete it because I'm at that park from 11 a.m. until midnight that day. And then the next day I go to Stricker's Grove, probably from like, they open at noon, they close at 8, and that's about half an hour away from Kings Island. But from what I'm hearing, I probably only need a couple hours there, and Kings Island that day is open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come on. So I'm pretty sure if there's certain things that I couldn't get done the first day at Kings Island, I'll just go back. I have my season pass. I can go back And ready? Ready? Up, up, up. Good boy. Go, go, go. Move that butt. Climb and climb and climb. Good boy. You're so strong. So I could always go back to Kings Island that next day on Sunday and do anything that I didn't get a chance to do the day before. So I may have to wait in long lines with everybody else, but I should still be able to get it all done. I'll just be taking more time to do it, which I just need to get over. I like just zipping in and out of lines, but waiting is part of it. And I need to just be okay with that, especially if it's going to save me $140 for a single day. And then my season pass comes with one single skip the line for one ride each day you go to the park. So I'll have two of those, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So if there is a coaster that is like the line's just nasty long and I really want to do it, like for instance, one of the ones I want to do is the Beast, and I want to go on it at night, which is very popular during the Halloween event. So I might just use it for that. But again, I'll have that second day from probably like 3 to 10. So another 7 hours to get more stuff done. And then I'll have 13 hours the day before. So I'll have 20 available hours to me at the park. I should be able to get everything I need to get done. Hop up, hop up, go, come on. Good boy, nice job. You're doing great today. So I think I'm going to delete that off the budget. So if I can get rid of that and get rid of the dog sitting cost for Apollo for that whole trip, then that'll take, what, $490 off of the cost of these two trips, which is huge. So I'm going to ask Maddie when I get home if she'll just help me out. And then I can kind of just feel calm. And that means that I'll have paid for pretty much everything except for that one meal ticket for the November trip, that one meal pass. Everything will be paid for that can be paid for up front. And that just then I just know when I get there, I need to have X amount of dollars in my pocket for food, gas, souvenirs. And that should be that. So yeah, writing it all out really helps me to decide like, what do I really need? And what can I do without? And usually I say I can't do without anything, but this time around I'm like, ugh. So all that being said, I don't think that I have it in the cards budget-wise to do a September trip. So I'm just going to take September off from doing theme park stuff. Maybe I'll go back to the stuff we have here locally on the weekends that I already have like season pass to both Elitch Gardens and Glenwood to film any videos, but no traveling in September, I don't think. I just need to chill. So that's what I did last night. And then tonight, while those videos are uploading, I'm going to start working on the Europe trip for next year and just see about that. So yeah, that's really the only update is just more trip planning. And I'll put up on the other channel some announcement videos for the upcoming trips in September. So yeah. I'm excited. But yeah, let's get to some comments. My phone battery's only at 50%, so we'll see how far we get. I should have charged it at work, but I didn't. So we'll see how far we get with our battery. This might be a shorter one. Okay. So we've got 3 new comments, and then we dive back into stuff that's 4 months old or older. Mia, over at Mia's Life with KFS, says, "Hey, love, I'd love it if you keep your channel, just pop in every now and then to let us know how everything goes. And then be in my lives on Sundays. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm thinking about it. And Lori Joseph says, "Hi, Anthony. So glad you're having a good summer. Good to be following along. I need to find your new channel." Yeah, for sure. I'll put it in the description box of the vlogs that are going up. If I can remember. I might just say at the end of all my videos, don't forget to check out my second channel, and then put it in there so you can go take a look. But yeah, thank you. And then Artemis says, "I love her instrument series." That's in regards to my Inner Sanctuary from You May Art. Yeah, me too. I think I have them all now. I thought there was one that I was missing, but I think I have it. It's the one, oh gosh, Apollo. It's the one with the drums, but I'm pretty sure I have that one. I'd have to go back and check, but I think I do. This way. Oh my word. And then, now we're going to the older ones. Leslie P. says, "All the best to you in this new chapter in your life. You have to do what makes you happy." Oh, thank you. Judith Hood says, "I have 2 dogs and one of them pulls a lot when I walk them together, but if I take him alone, he's fine. I always tell him to stop competing for first place. It's not a race, but he doesn't listen." Yeah. Oh my gosh. Dune pulls so hard when you walk him. And like Apollo will too. But it's usually me having to pull him forward to keep going because he's sniffing. But Dune just pulls forward. Tries to pull you forward and like off to the side so hard. It's like, dude. And I've tried to train him while I have him, and like we'll barely start making progress, and then it's time to give him back. So it doesn't stick. But yeah, I feel ya. Thank you for the comment. Michelle Calendar says, "LOL, they're having so much fun. I love to see dogs play together." Yeah, they are really good playmates. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let's go. Move that butt. Yeah, move that butt. Woo, you got a lot of energy today, huh? Because I kept you cooped up too long. Tomorrow we're doing like a drill / exercise kind of thing at work. And they asked for volunteers to be observers. Ready? Go, 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 go. Good boy. They asked for people to be observers, and I signed up for it. And then it got scheduled for one of my work from home days, which isn't that big of a deal. It's fine. But I'm like, oh man. And it's all day. It's the entire day. So Apollo's going to have 3 days without me home this week instead of 2. But, well, actually that's not true because I have Friday off this week. So I get a 3-day weekend. Actually, more than that, because Monday is Labor Day and we have Labor Day off. So I have a 4-day weekend this week. So I'll make it up to him. Haven't decided what we're going to do. I was thinking maybe some camping or some hiking. I'm not sure, but we'll figure out something to do. But yeah, thank you for the comment. And Lisa Noof says, "The colors in this DP are so vibrant and I'm sure would be fun to work on. Enjoy. Theo is a cutie." That was a Pit Stop in Paradise by Peggy Collins. Yeah, he is. He's a little sweetheart. He was getting very needy while Maddie and Joe were away. They were gone Maddie was gone for 10 days. Joe's still up in the mountains doing mountain stuff. But, so Maddie came home today, but oh my gosh, Theo was crying at their door, and anytime I'd come home, he's like yelling at me like, "Where's my mother? Where's my mother?" Like, I'm so sorry, baby. She's not here yet. And like, he doesn't really like too much affection, but he started letting me pick him up and hold him, and he's just like purring and nuzzling up against my chest. I'm like, "It's okay, sweetheart. She'll come home soon, I promise." He missed his mama real bad. So, yeah, but it was fine. I kept him fed and kept his water bowl full and cuddled him when he wanted cuddles. But Yeah, he's a cutie. He's temperamental, but he's got a very sweet little kitty heart for sure. So yeah, thank you for the comment. And Trin says, I'm happy for you and the new pursuit. I love how you go all in and I can enjoy the ride vicariously. See what I did there? Yes, I see that. And Jaylee Lee says, I was writing to ask you about Six Flags Atlanta when you mentioned it. Go during the day. When you do, I'm about 45 minutes from the park. Oh, nice. Yeah, that was like back over the spring. I was just like, maybe I could go here, or maybe I could go here. And now that things, like plans have kind of firmed up, it's just with finances and all the things I'm trying to do this year and next year, it's not as easy for me to just be like, I'm going to go to Atlanta for a 3-day weekend and just bop over. By the time you add the hotel and the flight and the car and the food and the gas and all that stuff, it's like, okay, each one of these little weekend trips is like $1,000 minimum. So I just have to think about that. It's like, okay. And that's why I like, anytime I look at a trip, I'm like, what else can I loop in so I can get 2 parks in or 3, because then that total cost per park starts to diminish, you know? Like I was thinking I wanted to do maybe Six Flags or Frontier City in Oklahoma City, and then I was looking at the map and I'm like, okay, then I could do Silver Dollar City in Branson, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna do that, then I should do Six Flags St. Louis, because that's kind of there. And then I'm like, oh, if I do that, then I should do, like, before you know it, I'm like, there's 4 parks that are all within a couple hours of each other. And I'm like, gosh, I just need to do like a week, take a week and just bop, 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 hit them all. And then maybe that whole trip is $1,600, but that's better than if I went to each one, would probably be $4,000. So it's just a lot of that, like each one individually back and forth from Denver. So it's just a lot of that. So yeah, I've got these like little clusters of parks throughout the US that I'm like, okay, if I can take a week off, then I can hit that part of the country. If I take a week off, then I can do the California parks. You know, not Disney or Universal, but Busch Gardens. And then there's 3 Six Flags parks in California. There's also SeaWorld San Diego, but that, I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I'd have to probably do 2 separate California trips, because some of those other ones are up north, Northern California. So, yeah. Thank you for the comment. And Sunrise Sunset says, Dune's back. Yeah, he was. And then Lisa says, lovely blog, Anthony. Apollo looks great. I will sub to another channel no matter what you do. I love it and will support you. Hold on. Apollo's just like not bothered. He's like, why are you acting so dramatic, bro? Hope your car is fixed and back to you sooner rather than later. Much love, Anthony, and I'm excited to get the gift card I won. I already picked out what I'm getting. I'm pretty sure I got that sent out. At least I hope I did. 4 months ago. I did. And yeah, car's good. I kind of almost spaced the fact that I had that accident. That was a stressful time. And then Cat Granny says, I'm watching this 4 months after it's posted, so are the large canvases still hanging? Have you moved to canvas with this brand of double-sided tape on it from a plaster or sheetrock wall without causing damage to the wall? I really like the idea of using this instead of nails, so I'm happy you created the video. Both canvases are beautiful. Thank you so much, and I'm not sure if you're still around. I hope so. No, I haven't tested taking any of the ones that I've put up on the walls so far down. So I'll keep you posted when I move if I run into an issue. But according to that company, it should release cleanly. Now, if I notice any issues, then of course I'll start peeling them really slowly. I could see myself getting some hot water or a cleaning solution or something, and as I'm removing it, spraying the wall just to get it, that adhesive to loosen up a little bit. So, but I don't think there's an issue, at least not according to the brand. So, well, I'll keep you posted, but I probably won't know that for sure until like next fall when I move. So, yeah. But thank you for the comment. Trin gives some heart emojis to an unboxing. And Mia says, hey love, can't wait to follow you on the new channel. Even though I'm not a big roller coaster fan, I'll absolutely support you in that channel too. And I can't wait to see the videos from Europe next year. I hope you'll have a nice Easter with Apollo and Dune. Love you. Oh, thank you so much. Love you too. And you'll see the videos because you're going to be in some of them, Mia, because you're coming with me to at least one theme park. You don't have a choice. You don't have to ride the stuff or all of the things, but I guess I shouldn't pressure you. You can do whatever you want, but in my ideal world, we're walking through a theme park together in the perfect situation. So yeah, and I'll have my car. Part of doing the Europe trip research is figuring out, like, am I gonna be okay driving in the opposite seat of the car? You know, like I'm not panicked, but that kind of stuff, I'm just like, ugh, that could stress me out. And going from country to country, so there's a lot more research that's gonna go into this Europe trip, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to start planning it out for sure. And then Cynthia Gant says, these colors, I love it. That's Pit Stop in Paradise again. Yeah, it's really pretty. Mia says the artwork is amazing and I just adore Peggy Collins' work. This is already on my wish list, so one day I will get it. Thank you for showing it to us. Of course. Thanks for watching. Ready? Go, 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 go. Good boy. And Mia goes on to say, hey love, I guess Europeans walk or bike a lot more than Americans do. Before we moved out to this little village here, I would bike more than I do need to get back to it again. Grocery shopping, though, I have to drive unless I go up to our small one here in our village. There will be walking next year around town, so bring comfy shoes. That couple you follow, have they been to Denmark in our parks? If not, you can send your videos and then say go. It's fun. I hope you have heard the news about your car by now and that you don't have to wait too long to get it back. Take care, of lots of love to you and Apollo. Thank you so much. And yeah, well, obviously we know by now the car's fixed. No, leave that alone. But yes, Coaster Studios has been to all of those parks. They just finished their season 4 of their Coastin' Through Europe series. So every year for the past 4 years, they've gone to Europe in June for usually like 2 or 3 weeks. And so they do everything. Not only do they do like normal non-theme park tourist stuff to go see the sites, museums, that type of thing, but they hit up so many parks, big, small, tiny little things. They've been to some fairs in Germany as well. So they do it all. And yeah, I mean, my list of where I want to go is pretty much based off of the highlights from their past 3 seasons in Europe. And sometimes they go back to the same parks because those parks are so incredible, like Phantasialand, Energylandia. But in Denmark, they've been to Djurs, Farup, Bakken, Tivoli, Bon Bon Land. That's how I heard about Bon Bon Land. Oh, another potty break. Hold on. So yeah, and I basically use them as a trip planner, helping me plan which parks I'd like to go to, because there's certain ones that they go to and they're like, it was cool, it was a nice park, but the coaster that's here is okay, But this will be a one and done for us. Like, we don't plan on coming back here again. It was good to go once, but we don't need to come here again. For me, because I'm not going to be going a bunch of times to Europe, so it helps me decide, like, okay, what were their top picks for that year? And I'll put them on my list, and hopefully I can do one trip where I'm just hitting all the highlights, the amazing parks, impressive ones, and I can kind of skip over some of the smaller regional parks if I don't have time for them or don't have the money to do them. So it's very helpful to kind of narrow it down, because there's so many. But yeah, they do. They're really cool. And I'll be seeing them in November, so yeah. And then Rita Brenda Moore says, thanks, I've missed your unboxings. That was for Pit Stop in Paradise, of course. Thanks for watching. Brandy True says, I love the color palette on this one. It's so pretty. I like the bus. But the sun at the top is my favorite part of the whole canvas. It's beautiful, but way too big for me. I hope you have fun doing this one. I'm looking forward to seeing it finished. Yeah, we'll see. It'll get done. I just don't know when, but thank you. And then Elizabeth Warman says, hi, I love this canvas, very much 1960s when I was in elementary school. West Coast, the sun is setting, love Peggy Collins artwork. Yeah, it's really good. I have at least 2 Peggy Collins, if not more now, because I got that like pink leopard one and then this one, and I'm not sure what else is in my stash, but I do really like Peggy Collins artwork. Cheryl Lynn says, thanks for sharing. I just added this one to my wish list. Oh, nice. Oh, that's us. Sorry, everyone. Gotta pay attention when I'm crossing. Now, this liquor store closed down a while back. I want to say maybe a year or more ago, and they recently reopened, but they have really odd hours. Yeah, it's completely different in there. They like really redid the whole thing, but it looks okay. It looks okay. It's like the oldest liquor store in Golden, and it's one of the first liquor stores to ever carry Coors beer, because it's right across the street from the Coors plant. So I think it was like the first liquor store to carry Coors. So it's kind of got this like, this building has kind of like a historical value to the town, and then it closed down I want to say a couple years ago. And everyone was kind of bummed because it's like, it's the first Coors store. But now they're back open and they've got Coors t-shirts in the window. They're kind of embracing that history, but their hours are very odd. I rarely see it open, but then when I walk by it, I'm like, it's full, it's stocked with stuff in there, but I don't see it open very often. I wonder if it's just someone's like little passion project, because like all the beer in there like is mostly Coors products, like all of it, and they've got the t-shirts and stuff. So I wonder if maybe they just open on the weekends to take advantage of the tourists coming for Coors. I don't know. Anyway, Yvette Sutton says, wow, all sounds like a lot of fun ideas you have coming up. To be honest, I love all your content, so I'll be happy with whatever you decide to do and look forward to watching them. Oh, thank you. And Artemis says, go for it. I did. Thank you. The Diamond Technician says, I'm sorry, but I was so distracted by the squeaking. Oh, there must have been prairie dogs out there, I'm guessing. But yeah, I wish I could tell them to stop, but I can't. And I never know if they're like gonna be out and about. Sometimes I walk through those areas and like there's only a few to be seen. Other times they're having a family reunion. I don't know. But thank you for pushing through, or if you skipped it, that's fine too. And then Marcia Silverman says, I want to try another diamond painting company. Do you think they have round drills with the same quality of drills like Diamond Art Club? This was in regards to Polar Bear by Katie Lipscomb. As far as shops with good quality rounds, it's kind of hard to come by these days, not necessarily because rounds are hard to do, but rounds don't sell very well. I've heard this from most shop owners that I've ever engaged with, is rounds just don't sell nearly as much as squares. So investing in keeping a stock of rounds or even carrying rounds is usually not that fruitful. So if a shop's carrying rounds, it's usually because they really want to provide that to their customers and are okay with them not being big sellers. So you will see a lot of shops focus on squares or only carry squares. The only shop that carries rounds that I feel comfortable endorsing personally is Jaded Gem Shop. I think her rounds are fantastic. Now, they are more trashy than Diamond Art Club. You're gonna have more trash in your tray. So I do have to sometimes pick that out, especially as I get towards the end of a color, like towards the end of a project. There's a lot more trash because there's just less drills in the container. I've been just putting the trash back into the container every time I finish the color, and before you know it, towards the end, I'm like, oh, I gotta pick out a bunch of trash before I can start. Now, it doesn't keep me from liking it. It's not that crazy, but it is significantly more than like a Diamond Art Club, especially in colors where they're just in high production. So the rate of trash is higher, like 310s, 939, 3371. Some of those DMCs, mostly the 310, it gets trashy. If you're comfortable picking that out and that's not a huge issue for you, then you're fine. And it's more often little random bits of resin, like little pieces of it. It's not necessarily the drills that are trashy. It's just that there's a lot of just debris, resin debris, in some of those colors. But the round drills fit the canvas beautifully. There's no gapping. They're spot on. So that would be the only shop that I would say I'm cool buying round kits from. Also Diamond Painting Shop, but I don't know if Diamond Painting Shop does round drill canvases anymore. The only time I saw Rosa over at Diamond Painting Shop do rounds is with those giant, what were they? What were those big landscapes she would produce? And I don't know if she even does them anymore. I had 2 of them, but I damaged them beyond repair because I didn't treat them right in my stash. And so they got bent and kind of jacked up, so I ended up having to toss those. But I did save the drills. Who was it? David? No. Let's see. I'm gonna just pull up the site for you. Diamond Painting Shop. Once I see it, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's right. Maybe she doesn't carry them anymore? Dominic Davidson, yes, Dominic Davidson. Okay. So she had some massive kits from Dominic Davidson in round. This was one of the ones I was working on, Harbor Lights. And yeah, this is a 90 by 126 round drill. So she does have some, and hers I trust. Drill quality was fantastic.
Cool dog, man.
Oh, thanks. Drill quality was fantastic, but there's only select kits that she has in round, so you'll just have to browse. But Diamond Painting Shop and Jaded Gem Shop are really the only 2 that I'll sign off on, other than Diamond Art Club for round drills. Other people might have some other suggestions, and if you do, feel free to chime in, but you know me. I do have some round drill kits from Dreamer designs, but I have yet to use them or yet to work on them, so I can't say. And my experience with my only Dreamer design kit that I've completed, Train to Tokyo, was less than ideal when it comes to gapping. So I can't give a thumbs up to that shop yet. Now I have some newer kits from them that people claim, some people say are much improved, other people say no, it's not. So I don't know. And that's another reason why I'm not willing to say yes, you should head over there without trying their stuff, because they're still getting mixed reviews. As much as people say it's far better, they're still getting mixed reviews, and I don't know personally. My only experience was with Train to Tokyo, and she was gappy Gap Town. So those videos that I did of Dreamer Designs and talking about my issues got more thumbs downs, like dislikes, than all of my other videos. People are very protective over their sweet baby Dreamer designs and do not take kindly to you saying anything critical about that shop. But my experience is my experience, and if you don't like it, too bad. I don't care. Yeah, just because, oh, hold on. What was it? You okay? You okay? That was weird. I think you stepped on something you didn't like. Are you all right? You were walking funny. Yep, you're still walking funny. Hold on, everyone. Okay, he seems to be good now. Maybe he just smacked his foot when he was jumping or gave himself a Charlie horse, but he was limping. But I checked his paw. There's nothing stuck in it, so. You all right, bud? I have to be, like, careful with him. This way. Because he does not like to show when he's hurt. He likes to play it off like everything's fine. So, like, a couple Christmases ago, you remember this, I took him to one of the off-leash places and he sliced his head open, and I didn't even know until we got home and I was throwing the ball with him, and I was like, what's up with your fur on your head? It like looked like he had a part, and I looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, your scalp is like split open. And then when he broke a nail at the dog park, the regular dog park, I didn't know. He didn't indicate that his nail was broken off till we get in the car, and I saw blood on the back seat. I'm like, what the heck is that? His nail's broken. And then most recently, we were out, and he cut his foot on something. I don't know, maybe it's his ear is scratchy. He just doesn't want to scratch it. He's acting strange. Are you okay? Come here. Come here. Are you okay? What is it? What is it? You okay? I don't know. You're being funny. He cut his paw on something like a cactus or something. It just looked inflamed, and it wasn't bleeding. It was just kind of raw looking. And he didn't indicate until like the next day. He was licking his paw, and I'm like, what's going on? And I look at it, and it's all inflamed under the fur. I'm like, dude, raise your hand. Like, some dogs are very, like, they'll start yelping and crying or come run to you and like ask you to come fix it, and he just plays it off like it's no big deal. I'm like, you need to tell me when things are wrong. I can usually pick up on it if he's not feeling good, like sick, just because his energy kind of changes, his behavior gets more subdued, and I'm like, you're being too quiet. What's going on? So I'll have to keep an eye on him. I don't know. Like right now, okay, here he goes. I'm like, he's not being very sniffy, which tells me he's like, let's just get home. I try to intuit some of his behaviors, but yeah. Anyway, I have no idea what we were talking about. I think we were talking about round drill canvases. Oh, yeah. Yeah, people didn't like the fact that I didn't have a good time with Dreamer Designs, and it's like, I don't know. I don't buy into the shop loyalty thing. Yeah, I don't really buy into that. If I had a horrible experience with a Diamond Art Club, I'd tell you. If I had a bad experience with Jade's stuff, I'd tell you. But I don't have bad experiences, which is why I like them so much. But we've talked about this, I think, several times, where it's like, I feel like there might be some content creators that play favorites a bit, even in the face of the product not being top notch. Maybe because they really like the shop owner, or they get sent stuff for review or to trial for free or whatever. And so that creates this obligation to speak positively. Not around here. It's too much money. Like, these products are too much money to be playing your viewers for fools. It doesn't happen a lot, but I feel it sometimes. And I've felt that pressure before from either other content creators who are like, ooh, maybe don't put that video up, or ooh, or maybe even more subtle, where it's like, well, I know that they're going to be doing this, and they're going to be getting a new manufacturer, and that this and this and this is supposed to be coming. And it's like, that's great, but that's not the product I have in my hand right now. That's not what I paid for. I paid for what I just got sent, and it's not good. So that's great and all, and good for them, but that doesn't mean that I have to pretend like my kit wasn't less than ideal. So yeah, any of that stuff is just like, no, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. So anyway, there's also somebody, I think they come and go off of my channel, or come and go off of like deciding to do this, but there's been pretty much since I posted that parody video where let's keep going. I just wanted to avoid, just in case this dog doesn't like Appo. But there's so many cars coming right now. She seems like she wants to get away from us, so just gonna get away from her. Let's go this way. I don't blame her if she doesn't trust that if she's scared of Apollo, or her dog's not gonna like them, then I'm gonna honor that. Her dog's not gonna like him, then I'm gonna honor that and just go on this side of the street. Oh, now you're fine, huh? Now you're recovered and it's back to pulling and sniffing? Well, that's good. Yeah, since I posted that parody video of those two content creators last year, was that last year? Yeah. There was a good long while there where someone was going through all of my videos and just giving a thumbs down. So like all of my videos had like one dislike, and if I had to guess, I think it's probably just someone that has a distaste for me, so that's kind of their passive-aggressive way of sticking it to me. And then it would stop for a while, so I'm like, okay, maybe this person just kind of forgot that they were supposed to be trolling me, and then they come back, and then I'll see like 5 videos in a row that all have like a single thumbs down. And I'm like, oh, they're back. It's just I don't know. I just kind of find it amusing, like how people try to be passive aggressive like that. It's like, huh, interesting. Or it could just be a bunch of different people that just one-off watch my video and don't like it. I guess that could also be the answer too. But the pattern seemed to be like once that video went up, there was somebody that was just going along. That video definitely has a lot of dislikes. I did not make a lot of friends off of that, but I'd do it again. Okay. Marcia Silverman says, "Hi Anthony, can you give me your impression of the round drills from the one with the diamond art?" I've never purchased from them, so I don't have an impression for that shop. I don't even know if they're still around. Get it? Round drill. I don't know. I've never purchased anything from that shop, so I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. And then Vaughn says, LOL, haven't heard someone say Nimrod since my dad was alive. And that Mrs. Poole accent for Becky was hilarious. Great start to my day. Mrs. Poole was a character on an old sitcom that I no longer remember the name of. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, my grandma used to say Nimrod. Yeah, I use that from time to time. What's the other thing that I always call? Not dweeb. There's something else that sometimes I'll call Joe, and it's just like an old term that my grandma used to use. And he's like, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know. Don't worry about me. But yeah, thank you so much for the comment. And then Bree Miller says, I'm glad you were okay. You're such a sweet person, even through all of this. Yeah, I think that was during the car accident thing too. And then Yvette Sutton says, oh my, what a day you've had. I'm so pleased you're okay, though, and stay okay. Stay strong and hope everything gets sorted quick for you. Sending much love. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, things worked out. Things worked out. So I have a functioning car that I hope continues to remain that way for a long time to come, because I need it. And then speaking of Dreamer Designs, my unboxing of Forbidden Wonders by Ivan Valakovic. Crystal Cole says, love this artist myself. Yeah, it's a fantastic artist. They've released quite a few more Ivan Valakovics since I went on my no-buy that tempt me, but I'm holding strong. And I need to do another one with their more modern kits before I start buying any more, which I don't know when that will be. So hopefully they continue to carry Ivan Valakovic and continue restocking, because maybe someday I'll want one, but it's not in the cards for the foreseeable future. So yeah, but very, very great artist. Very great artist. Okay. Then Crystal Cole goes on to say, I ran across your channel and really love your content. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Melissa Wood says, I watched you and Apollo while walking my pad today. Made it to my 10K goal today, so thank you. Oh, good. You, my daughter Lily. Oh, thank you. My daughter Lily is 11. She likes to bling up things too, like your mom. Oh, nice. I say she likes to make simple things a little bit more beautiful. Oh, that's cute. She put crystals on the lighter I used for candles at my diamond painting table. She used Posca markers, oh, yes, to doll up the knife block in the kitchen. That's really cool. She definitely has a preference for small projects, though. Yeah, I'll have to ask her if it's okay, but my mom's been getting really crafty lately. She did these really cool, like, mason jar things. She did this really cool kind of Dia de los Muertos kind of doll. She's just been going nuts with the crafts, but not a diamond painter. And she I think she ended up getting those eggs to try to diamond paint, and she started working on them, and I think she was not into it. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't buy all this stuff and be like, here's like all the things you'll need. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. She's much more of an artist and a creative mind when it comes to crafty and stuff like, not that diamond painting isn't that, but she is much more free form. I think that structure of like, follow the dots, put this here, the one goes on the one and the A goes on the A, is not really her mind. I don't know. I mean, she might watch this and feel differently, but she's so much more like, she can just take a blank canvas of whatever that medium might be, and just create something really beautiful from nothing. Like, whereas I need that structure, I can't just take a blank piece of paper or a blank diamond painting canvas and freehand something really cool. I need someone to give me the guide. But yeah. Let's do last one. Speech Crafts says, "Oh my goodness, that is horrible. I'm glad you're okay. Glad Apollo wasn't with you." Yeah, that was pretty crazy. And had he been with me, my reaction would have been much different. That's my child. If he would have gotten like covered in glass and stuff, ooh, she would have needed to give me more than a bibimbap to quell my anger on that. I'd be like, okay, well, how much is your house worth? I'm gonna need that. That's my baby. Hop up. Good boy. And next one. Good boy. And next one. Good boy. So yeah. Anyway, we're here at the house. Thank you so much for coming along. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.